Alright gang, I just want to give you an overview here. I had a suggestion from 4th Hour that I went ahead and took. You'll notice that the objectives are still listed here. We're going to ancient China. What are the landmark contributions? What this simply means is what items, ideas, inventions, or systems are unique to ancient China and applicable today. So what are the things that we're still using today? Number two, how do the characteristics of government systems assist in the development of civilizations? What this means is, what are the ideas from ancient Chinese governments that are still in use today, or that were important to ancient civilizations, or even the Middle Ages? The next thing is, how did the development of ancient civilizations contribute to the beliefs of polytheistic and monotheistic religions? What this means is, what ideas from ancient Chinese religions changed or added to present-day religions? Finally, what was the significance of the domestication of animals and plants to early civilizations? What this means is, what does the taming of plants and animals allow the ancient Chinese to create? This should be easy by now. Hint, it's the 10 things in your note guide. Government, social structure, writing, inventions, architecture, social structure. All of those things in your note guide are the things that we've been talking about, and they are all a result of the Neolithic Revolution, the domestication of plants and animals, otherwise known as farming. Alright, so let's go and look at your week. We are going to jump to your assignment guide. If you click on it down here, it will take you there. Here's your assignment guide for the week. As you can see, Modern Monday, we're going to be listening to China Grove. You have a rather extensive bell ringer on Monday, so make sure you get in and get going on it. We will watch a China podcast video, and then you will have the note guide, which will be due on Friday. Obviously, we don't have a half day on Friday this week, so we'll be able to get all the things in that we're planning to get in. Additionally, you have a reading assignment 92 to 107. If you go back to the website, you can click on the textbook link and it will take you there. Have it pulled up for you, type 92 in there. Do your pre-reading strategy. Obviously, rise of civilization in China is what we're going to be looking at. The geography is where we're going to start. There are geographic barriers that set China apart. You'll notice that this is kind of the geographic barrier, the geographic range that sets China apart. Lots of mountains and desert, and then a large landmass as well as an ocean. Okay. China includes varied regions. Settling along the River of Sorrows, Chinese history began in the Wang River Valley, where Neolithic people learned to farm. As in other places, the need to control the flow of the river through large water projects probably led to the rise of strong central government and the founding of what is sometimes called the Yellow River Civilization. The Wang River got its name from the loess, or fine windblown yellow soil that it carries eastward from Siberia and Mongolia. Bottom line is, when this river floods, it causes a lot of problems for these people. Turn the page. China begins to take shape under the Shang dynasty. We're going to have the dynastic cycle. That's going to be a key idea that comes to us from China. Additionally, it's going to give rise to a thing called the Mandate of Heaven when the Zhou come to power. And very simply, the Mandate of Heaven is an idea that is in its infancy for the Chinese, but it's going to grow into an expectation of government. Establishing the feudal state. Feudalism is going to be something that sticks with us for a while. We'll get into it in the Middle Ages. They're going to have economic growth. Zhou dynasty will end. The religious beliefs are going to develop in early China. Two major religions take root. We're going to have Confucian, which follows the teachings of Confucius, and Lao Tzu, or Lao Tzu, put forward the ideas on how to restore social order and maintain harmony with nature. Confucius is going to then spread his wisdom, and this is going to fit mostly into government and social structure, as he realigns the social structure in ancient China, trying to avoid greed in society. So let us turn the page. The next thing that happens is Taoism. We're going to talk about harmony and nature. There's a good video on Taoism this week, so check it out. We're also going to try it out Tuesday for Taoism. Achievements abound in early China. Discovering the secret of the silk making and the silkworm. Here's an interesting graphic for that. Keep rolling. Establishing a complex system of writing. The early Chinese writing were characters similar to these, written on oracle bones. It's a type of calligraphy, and they created the first book, so it's pretty exciting as far as writing goes in ancient China. Next section, section 5, strong rulers are going to unite China. Shi Huangdi unifies China. Essentially, the Zhou come into power, and then the Qin government comes in, Qin being the namesake of China. Legalism establishes harsh rule. They actually are quite intense in their rule and how they rule to help them keep the power and unite the people. Unity is imposed. They then construct the Great Wall, which becomes kind of interesting. The Qin dynasty collapses. The Han dynasty strengthens China. Here's a picture of the Great Wall itself. Here's a map of the Great Wall, trying to keep out the Mongolians. Emperor Wudi makes improvements. Set up a finances that impose government monopoly on iron and salt. So the government is going to start to control some major industries in China. As we continue to look at it, one of the things that we're going to see is that the Silk Road links China to the west. Essentially, all these things that have been shared from Egypt to Mesopotamia to India to China, all of these things are being passed along the Silk Road in a major, major trading route. Eventually is going to lead us up here into the Dardanelles Straits and a place called Troy, and there's going to be some serious information coming your way from English and social studies about the Trojan War and how important this area is to controlling most of the trade in the world, or the known world at the time. Continuing on, achievements of the Han, or the Golden Age, advancing science and medication. We're talking about zoology. As you can see, acupuncture is invented, forging ahead with technology and engineering, expanding the arts, and then finally the Chinese accept Buddhism. So Buddhism is our third religion on our note guide, and that is the end of the reading assignment. So let us get out of the textbook and go back to the website. We're going to jump into week 6, Ancient China. On Monday, you have your note guide, you have your Modern Monday walk. Please take a look at the Modern Monday walk, as it is quite intriguing this week. We'll go over it in class for the most part, but again, take a look at that on your own if you're in 7th hour. Your China vocab sheet is attached. 7th hour, use this document to prep for Tuesday's activities. This is going to show you how to make a compass. And then finally, Mr. Zolller's podcast on China's geography. Again, we'll watch this in class. All right, so back to the assignment guide. Here's our Tuesday bell ringer, and then the finish for Tuesday, the post-activity questions. This is for 7th hour, and this will be in the discussion board. Wednesday, then, we're going to look at your PowerPoint and WebQuest. Here's some bell ringers to review from the India quiz and your bell ringers for this day. Thursday, we're going to change up a little bit. I want to know if you can name the objectives and how they're important to you. So this is going to be kind of our Thursday routine, hopefully, that we build and get rolling. That obviously will be up to Coach Long whenever he takes over as to what he does on Thursday, but this is what I'd like to see out of a normal week. And then we'll do note guide questions in preparation for your quiz on Friday. And on Friday, you'll have a 3-paragraph essay. The outline is here on the note guide. So let's go back and look at what that looks like on the website. Try it out Tuesday. Gonna do a little bit of activity, talking about the yin and the yang. It's kind of a fun game that we can play, talking about the yin and the yang, or having some good and the bad, or some bad and the good. The other thing that you might opt out of the physical activity that we're doing, then you can look at these 10 teachings of Confucius, maybe even write your own words of wisdom. Finally, there's an optional video that you'd have to watch on your own at home. It's 12 minutes of optional, and it says due to language. The language is not bad here. It's just the use of the common term for a donkey twice in the presentation. So John Green does a good job here. Just want to make sure that you're clear that if you do open this, you will hear the common term for donkey. So if that's not something you're interested in, don't feel pressured, and don't worry about that. On Wednesday, if you click on it, obviously Ancient China WebQuest. Here's the PowerPoint, and then this is the actual PowerPoint itself with the notes written underneath. This is the PowerPoint in video format. Thursday, There's a link to the assignment guide, which has the questions on it. If you're in 7th hour, go ahead and hit this link up for discussion board. Those will be due on Friday, and then Friday, your formative Friday reading quiz will be posted, and your writing assignment for the week is on your assignment guide, so here's a link to that. If you have any questions, feel free to email. Again, thank you for taking Mr. Daniel's class. I look forward to a great week, and make sure you're checking that website every day.